Okay, listen, pay attention, Akebula, and pay attention, my people. Let us talk about the World Cup. Akebula. Helen Haaland sent Brazil packing. This is the greatest victory of the Vikings. These were the exact words of the commentator. Helen Haaland have sent Brazil packing. This is the greatest victory of the Vikings. The world celebrates. Akebula. Yesterday, I saw so many of the people I know posting on their WhatsApp status, "Long live the Vikings. Long live the Vikings." They even posted on their Facebook page after Haaland scored those 2 cold goals. They said, "Long live the Vikings. Long live the Vikings." Follow me carefully. There is a ritual that the Norwegians brought to the World Cup. What is that ritual? At the end of every World Cup match victory, they bring their drum, they hit it, boom, boom, and the fans chant and roar, woo, demonstrating their ancestral heritage of the Vikings, displaying their culture conspicuously. What you don't know is that that which look foreign to you is actually a cultural heritage of the Norwegians. Pay attention. Right now, the world is learning about the Vikings, and the world is celebrating the Vikings. But who were the Vikings? Were the Vikings righteous? Were they perfect people? Pay attention. As much as the Vikings were shipbuilders, as much as they were explorers, as much as they were traders, the Vikings were also raiders of monasteries. The Vikings were also involved in so many wars across Europe. The Vikings were also involved in selling slaves. But the point I'm making this morning is not whether the Vikings were perfect. The point I'm making this morning is that the world today is celebrating the Vikings. Why? Because their descendants decided to bring their heritage, to preserve their culture, and to display it to the world conspicuously. What does that tell you? It tells you that the world respect cultures that respect themselves. Now imagine an African nation coming to the World Cup to display an African cultural heritage after every World Cup match. It is Africans that will look you in the eyes and say, "Hey, you are embarrassing us before the world." But do you see the way these Norwegians are carrying history that is not even perfect if we are to go into the nitty-gritty of what the Vikings were? The Vikings were between the period of 793 AD and 1066 AD, if you want to make your research about it. Do you understand? Remember the Battle of Stamford Bridge and everything that happened in that. But what is my point this morning? That the world is telling us their story. Today the Vikings are being celebrated, not because they were perfect people, but because their descendants decided to bring their heritage to the world. Now you all are celebrating the Vikings. You don't even know or want to know who the Vikings were and what they actually did. But you are celebrating the Vikings. Why? Because someone decided and said, "My ancestors will be celebrated." Because those people who did the who, they are the descendants of the ancestors of the what? Vikings. Do you celebrate your own Vikings? Do you celebrate your own heritage like that? Can you conspicuously before the world celebrate your own culture the way the Norwegians are celebrating their culture before the world? Because at every slightest opportunity, Europe tell us about the Vikings. You see it in movie. Now you see it in the world football. At every slightest opportunity, the Chinese tell us about the Chinese dynasties. At every slightest opportunity, the Japanese tells us about the samurais and the ritual of harakiri. What is Africa telling the world? The Congolese people appeared the way they appeared in the World Cup. Look at their cultural attire. Even some Africans say that those Congolese people are coming to America. Ignorant. Not knowing that it is coming to America that copied Congo. Because the dressing of the prince in coming to America was actually the cultural heritage of the Congolese. You don't know because we don't tell our story. Akebulan, the world will respect cultures that respect themselves. You are celebrating the Vikings today because someone decided to preserve his ancestral heritage. Are you preserving yours? Are you preserving yours, Akebulan? Are you preserving yours? Because every civilization has both its glorious past and its dark past. The one you show the world is the one they see. Akebulan, as long as the lion do not have historians, it is the exploits of the hunters that will be told rather than the bravery of the lion. Akebulan, wisdom. The principal thing, I want to say thank you to all those who celebrated my birthday yesterday. The town crier is born. The mission continues. Liberation of Akebulan. Wisdom. Aha! It's the principal thing.